So I just wanted to start by welcoming everybody and sharing a few quick tips to get ready for these sessions as they will play out today. Many of you have already joined for previous virtual community exchanges, and so this will be quite familiar to you, but there are some new Zoom tips that we have used to enhance the session, and I'll share those with you now. So just to get started, you'll see these quick tips on your screen. Please do rename yourself if you would like, if you haven't very clearly stated which is your name and your organization. Please keep your cameras on, keep your sound off, please, so that you can come back in if you want to speak. For those who wish, there is French interpretation. And there is an interpretation for some, but not all of the sessions. So when we get to the agenda, I will point out those ones which have French interpretation. And the way you'll get there is by clicking interpretation on the bottom of your screen, and you'll be able to select the language that you prefer. So after each one of the sessions, you'll be automatically transferred to the online VCE lobby. And there's a break of 10 minutes between session blocks. So you're going to see live sessions listed in the lobby. And all you need to do is click join the session, and then you go into the session of your choice. You can also choose to leave if you prefer and join a parallel session just by returning to the lobby. And you can then click on the join for the alternative session. So on this second slide of tips, you'll see what I've just mentioned there. The way you're going to update your profile is by clicking on the three dots up on the top right. And you can update your profile, and you can also connect with others. You can see there in the people button shown up in red there. So obviously a community exchange is nothing without your very active engagement and ideas. So we really encourage everyone to participate during the sessions. And you can use the chat box, or you can raise your virtual hand to speak. And as you can see there on the right side, in case you have any technical issues, please reach out to the IATI Secretariat, and Sander is going to be able to assist you, sander.es@undp.org. Okay, this next slide is just showing you the program that we have for today, and I think we have some fantastic sessions. We are going to have a couple of speakers, and I'll get back to those just during this opening session. But then we will break into these separate parallel sessions. And the first one is going to be a data use fireside chat. And this is going to be with Charlie Ngunu from Afro Leadership, who's facilitating, Claire Provost, who is an investigative journalist, and Siem Wessen Zimmerman, and Julia Goldman from the University of Sao Paulo, and a former team member with us at UNDP. You'll see that that is the one which has French interpretation. And then the second session there is enhancing global food security and nutrition response tracking, GAFS and IATI partnership. So this one does not have French interpretation. Then there'll be the 10-minute break, during which you can move into the next session, where you'll be able to choose from either the French interpretation for the impact of AI and emerging technologies on IATI data. That's another fireside chat. And that is going to be, I hope, moderated by Winnie from the Association of Freelance Journalists, together with the Open Data Company and Humanitarian OpenStreetMap, Humanitarian AI. The one which will not be interpreted there is You'll Never Walk Alone, but How Visible Is This? And that's by the Dutch Ministry of Foreign Affairs, IOM, and UNDP. Again, a 10-minute break, and then we will see gaps in the IATI dataset. Where should we focus our efforts without interpretation? That's with Publish What You Fund. And then with interpretation, visualizing IATI country data. The third one, and those are three in parallel, please note that, IATI Publishing, How Do We Scale? So that's by Open Data Services. It's hosted by the IATI Secretariat. without interpretation. And then we'll move back into the closing plenary and you'll hear from the chair of the IATI Governing Board. So with that little run through of the agenda, which I think is looking really quite exciting, I wanted to welcome our first speakers for the day. And our two speakers are from the Governing Board. Thea Schepers, who is from the Dutch Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and IATI Governing Board's new technical representative, Mr. Mohamed Gele, working as advisor at the Government of Somalia's Aid Coordination Office. So with that, Thea, I would like to hand over to you. Please go ahead.
Thank you, Annalisa, and thanks everyone for showing up in large numbers again. 102, 3, that's a wonderful number. I'm Thea Schepers, I'm Vice Chair and working for the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in the Netherlands, as Annalise has already said. I just wanted to very briefly reflect on this year and also introduce Mohamed later on. It's been an interesting year, as in many ways. We've done a transition to a new consortium of great organizations who support IATI, and it's been long and not always easy for anyone, not for the board, not for the secretariat, and not for the community, but we got there more or less completely now. So this is, I think, a joyous occasion in the sense that we have the new team at UNDP almost there, everyone else also ready to go. There's new energy, I can tell from everyone, and we are in a better place than we were before this transition. And it's a great thing that we are joined by ODS now as part of the secretariat. They've hit the ground running, so they have some exciting ideas on how to move forward. Very much looking forward to that. And we have one of the things that one of the COVID things that are here to stay is the virtual community exchange, and very happy that that is a thing that stayed. So happy to see all of you again. In the board, there has been a change, all completely caused by the fact that Pelle Aardema had to step down for personal reasons. He no longer has the time to fulfill the job of technical seat. He was extremely sad about that. He may be in this call, but for the same reasons why he stepped out, may not even be here. I hope he is. He is. Annalise is nodding. Okay, great. But had to give up his seat. But the good news is we have a great new technical seat through the by-election that we had last month. So Mohamed Gele, very much welcome to the board and to this session. Please unmute and introduce yourself, because I'm sure some people may not know you yet.
Thank you, Thea, and good afternoon, everyone, and good morning. It's a good afternoon for me here in Somalia. This is Mohamed Gele, currently serving as a member of the IATI board member, So just to introduce maybe a little bit about myself and how did I come to actually here. I'm actually, late in 2017, I joined the Somali government, and soon after I joined the government at the Federal Minister of Plan and Environment and Planning, Investment and Economic Development, I actually led the Somalia Aid Information Management System, and the design went out at the time. So we had to actually do the design and the consultation is then the development of the aims. So by the time I was leading the Somali aims, and I had the opportunity to interact with the IATI because we have a feature and where the publishers or the Somali's donors publish Somali data in IATI platform. Then when they are reporting to the government of Somalia, they will have just easily to report to the government, copy that data straight into the Somali. So at the time, I had actually interacted with the company developing the IATI data store, the technical team, and understand more on the IATI standard and the technical team. And so because of that, I was member, representative IATI since that day. Basically, if I just forget my background, I'm a software engineer and a data analyst. And before the government, I worked in a private sector as actually a data analyst. And after that, I joined the government and I'm still working in a data sector. So, and to join the IATI, I think everyone in the community received that the IATI's technical seat is vacated by the previous technical advisor. So I applied, and because of that, I'm elected to be a technical seat. So basically, my job here is to help the board and the secretariat to actually provide more of a technical, a translation, and the best way that the IATI can achieve it is a 5-year strategic plan where we are advocating more IATI data usage, and as well as the systematic use and the quality of the data, both the humanitarian and the development. And
Thanks.
that way we can. Sorry.
Gilly, I was just going to move us on if that's all right.
Yeah.
I'm just keen to make sure that we don't lose time. Is that okay?
Thank you. Sorry.
No, that's okay. I think I get the strong arm as the moderator today. So please don't be at all offended.
Sorry. Okay.
Not
Thanks,
at all.
Mohammed.
Taya, did you need to say anything further? Or okay, so we'll move on then. Okay, thanks so much. That's really good to hear from you both, and to know, of course, that we have the full governing board back up and running of the full seven partners. Very, very happy that Pele is on the call today. I certainly saw him pass by on the screen earlier. I just want to spend the next short while to give you a bit of an update on where we are, what has happened so far during the period that we have transitioned, where we are in the transition journey, and what you can really expect from the new IATI Secretariat. So as you may know, under the guidance of the Members' Assembly in March and the Governing Board, the IATI Secretariat has undergone this process of transition that Taya has mentioned over the last several months. And that began with a decision in March by members. And then subsequently in July, we really hit the ground running, and we considered ourselves the new Secretariat. So UNDP and UNOPS have continued into the new Secretariat and have been able to retain some key team members within the new structure. However, on the technical side, the change has really been much more significant. So I just wanted to give an opportunity for you all to meet and greet our members in the new Secretariat. Before I hand over the floor, since that formal start date on July 1st, we've been able to meet and become familiar with the absolutely fantastic technical delivery work that Open Data Services has already been able to provide. So transitioning the technical backbone of IATI to a new team has been seriously no small feat. It's required the active and very diligent handover by IATI's previous technical team, development initiatives, as well as the true professionalism by the new team of developers, analysts, support desk, and others at Open Data Services. So the primary objective, as you'll also hear from Stephen Flower at ODS, was to ensure that nothing broke in the transition. making any changes in the background so that our community of publishers and users would experience an absolutely seamless transition. So I really believe that the team achieved this objective and more. With that, I would like to invite the support team at Open Data Services to present themselves, so you will all know that there is a face behind every email. While there's a lot of chatter about AI, I can assure you there's nothing artificial about this team, although there is certainly plenty of intelligence. So over to you, James, to lead a very short round of introductions, and if you'd like, also some reflections on the work that you've been doing so far. So over to you, please, James.
Hello, and thank you for that introduction. I'm James, and I'm based in Edinburgh, Scotland. I've been looking at the IATI data store a lot. We have released work to keep data in the data store for longer during updates, and we're currently finishing testing some fixes to make sure the data is correct. Both those bits of work are discussed on IATI Connect.
Thanks, James. Hi, I'm Simon. I'm British, although I'm currently based in Cali, Colombia. I work in IATI support, answering queries coming in from data users and publisher. One thing I've noticed is the wide range of people and organisations that contact us and the many different uses that people have for IATI data.
Hi everyone, I'm Rachel. I'm based in Scotland and I also work with IATI support to help publishers and users on their IATI journey. One thing I've noticed is that there's a lot of appetite about what can be done with the data, how the IATI data can be used to communicate either work that is being done or has been done in the past. And I'm excited to see how this will develop in time, and I hope that we can help publishers and users just make the most of the standard.
Hi everybody, I'm Stephen Flower, based in Manchester in the UK. I've been involved in IATI for many, many years, and I know many of you in here today. It's been really exciting the last few months to see and do the work. What I'm really interested in now is keeping the day-to-day of IATI going, but planning, coordinating and collaborating with the community about the vision for 2030 and how do we get there. So for me, that's the next exciting thing, and I look forward to this event and also Colombia.
I'm Rob. I'm in Nottingham in the UK. I'm IATI's product manager, so I try and make sure the tools and the standards and the resources and the services we provide are the right ones and do the right things for the people who use them. A lot of them will be you here today. It's been great to see as we can get settled in just how many of the tools in particular have been developed for very specific needs that people have raised, and the people before us have been able to respond to those with some very specific tooling and some very specific things that have helped. And I'm just hoping to build on that and to continue to meet the needs that we uncover in the things that we see.
Hi, I'm Ben, and I use they, them pronouns. I'm a software engineer based in Cambridge in the UK, and I've worked on various pieces of IATI software over the course of the last 10 plus years. Recently, I've been working on the maintenance of the main IATIstandard.org website, and it's really good to see how increasingly that's being translated into French, and I'm sort of looking forward to bringing some of my knowledge of setting up translation infrastructure for data standards from other data standards to IATI.
Hi, I'm Simon, and I'm based in Leeds in the north of England. I'm a software developer and I've been with Open Data Services for about 3 months now. So the world of IATI is new to me and I've really enjoyed learning about it. And I'm really enjoying getting stuck in and getting involved with the ongoing maintenance and the development of all the different software tools.
Hi, I'm Isabel. I'm also based in Manchester in the UK. And I've been working with IATI data for the past 2 years, and I'm a member of IATI support. So it's been great to get some insight into the day-to-day issues publishers and data users face, so we can start to develop new support materials and improve your user journeys as you're using the standard. Thanks.
Thank you very, very much. The face that I don't see on there is Jack, and maybe I will just give a word to Stephen in a moment about just to mention and introduce Jack, who's not there. Now, I just wanted sorry. So I just wanted to give some highlights of where we are in the transition journey and what you can expect from the new IATI Secretariat. However, before doing so, I wanted to reach out to our colleagues just to see whether we have a time crunch for the introduction by our colleagues who will be jointly hosting the IATI Members Assembly. So somebody please just send me a message if I need to bring that colleague in a little earlier. Otherwise, I just wanted to go back a little and into something historical. And when UNDP and Open Data Services initially came together to discuss placing a bid for hosting the initiative, we brought a whole range of experience from both organizations. But alongside the knowledge and the expertise, we could also see close up the pain points within the community. And we had some really good ideas as to how we'd go about addressing them. So among these, it was an absolute priority for us, as well as a key objective in the strategic plan, to increase engagement with the passionate experts throughout the IATI community, to invite your feedback, your knowledge, your suggestions, and your own organizational advances and innovations in the publishing, the use, and the advocacy around IATI data. So today's virtual community exchange is the first time we're bringing people together since March, although we have been in touch with members regularly in different ways. For example, we have worked to establish new working groups within the formal governance structure for technical publishing and data use. We have also established an SOP working group currently working through some overdue changes to our standard operating procedures. We've welcomed some new members. We've seen some fantastic new publishers. Among new members, we have Niger and CAF, the Development Bank for Latin America and the Caribbean. And we've also seen some great new publications. The most recent I'm recalling is the Islamic Development Bank, which just released a data set within the last week or two. So in the background, we've developed a full service catalog setting out all of the services that members can expect from all corners of the Secretariat. And on the basis of this, we can clearly plan our work with clear lines of responsibility and delivery. We've negotiated a letter of agreement between the Governing Board and the Secretariat based on the proposals for hosting. There we are. So we're also absolutely delighted to launch here today the complete CSO course available in English, Spanish, as well as French. And this has been a major piece of work, introducing civil society to IATI and sharing the benefits of using IATI data to support CSO activities. So this first online CSO course is available to anyone interested. And our call to action to you all today is to share the course within your networks and through your e-learning portals. After the VCE 5, the IATI Secretariat will also reach out separately to all of our partners, in particular CSOs. I'm hoping that one of my colleagues will drop the link to the CSO course into the chat just now, so you'll immediately have availability to access it. So as we emerge from transition, we're beginning once more to reach out and join external events, such as last week's Global Partnership for Sustainable Development Data, Festival de Datos in Uruguay, and strengthen and build our networks in the open data development and humanitarian fields. I want now to hand over to Stephen. If it's more convenient for Santiago to speak at this point, again, somebody please raise a hand. Otherwise, I have a few moments for Stephen to talk to us about technical delivery. I'm seeing no sign.
Okay, thanks, Annalisa. Just a couple of minutes just to talk about things that the team we've been doing in the past 4 months since transition went through. Well, first of all, we had really excellent foundations from our colleagues at Development Initiatives, and a real thanks for their diligence and professionalism to detail and document all the services and tools that are around, so we could pick up that work from the 1st of July, which happened, we think, very seamlessly, as mentioned earlier on. The key was not to break anything, and nobody told us that anything broke, and we don't think anything did break. So we think transition was great, and that's, again, thanks to the cooperation of development initiatives to help us get through that. So it's been really great to understand the details behind the tools. We've been users of many of these things before, And pretty soon into that new period, we did get noted of something that was broken. And thanks to Leo at Oxfam Novib for letting us know something on the data store was broken. And we were very keen to fix that, but not fix that in a rush. And we were grateful to the support that came from Leo and the community to help us through that and see that fix that we made to the data store. It was really important as the first thing that we contributed to the community, and that's now live and fixed, and we're working on other things. So we're beyond transition, beyond fixing things that we discovered. We've also started to think and implement some new things. And one of the things we're grateful again to colleagues in the Netherlands Ministry of Foreign Affairs for their support is the activity level verification and validation, which is coming through, we hope, before Colombia, which will be a real push for this network of data that we all seem to be very keen on. So we're hopefully a new feature there will help us. Over on the support side of things, we had a little bit of a lull in the summer. People quite rightly go on holidays and such things, but we can see an increase now in people contacting the support desk for queries about IATI, particularly as it seems a few donors are asking their partners to publish. So we get a few questions there. And also, as of Monday this week, the A Transparency Index 2024 has kicked off. So we've seen quite a few participants in the ATI asking questions about their data and seeking support. So again, we see a pickup of things there. So the focus for us now is working on things we have in hand, and then starting to share some plans and thoughts, because the key for us, Open Data Services, is a cooperative, is to cooperate with the community between now and Colombia, but also when we get together to work out what is the next stage of the technology, the services, and the data. So thank you, Annalisa. Back to you.
Thanks very much, Stephen. Thank you. And I think the cat is out of the bag. I think our next speaker is coming in from APC Colombia to share the great news that we will be locating our members assembly and community exchange in Colombia there in 2024 in March. So without any further ado, because I know that you're under a little time crunch, Santiago, I would like to introduce you, the ODA director at APC Colombia. Please give us a few words.
Good morning, Annalise, and good morning, everybody. The cat is out of the bag. You've said it. But no, I just want to really thank and officialize the next meeting to be held in our country, in Bogota, Colombia. I just heard there is another partner who's sitting in Cali. So maybe we should start thinking about a parallel agenda. As you've mentioned, my name is Santiago Quiñones, and I'm the ODA director at IPC Colombia. And it is, of course, my pleasure to announce that the next IATI's member assembly, and now I'm officializing, and caucus will take place in Bogota. Now, in a world where data shapes the way we live, the way we work, the way we connect, it's, of course, an honor and a big challenge to have this gathering of brilliant minds and trailblazers in our country. In 2024, we won't just discuss about data transparency. We are hoping to dive into the heart of international cooperation, ODA, and to perhaps include new perspectives, opportunities of collaboration, and expansion of geographical barriers to allow South-South and triangular cooperation data to be part of IATI's community. This is very much our aspiration. We, of course, thank the IATI Secretariat and all the members for giving us this opportunity. And I think it's going to be a scenario for open discussion and innovation for development. With a larger participation of Latin American countries, this is also our aspiration, and we're working hard to make that happen. And with greater involvement of national statistical offices to join as well. Our mission in the next months is clear, is to prepare a high-quality dialogue to foster this global conversation and the responsible and transparent use of data, recognizing that collaboration across borders is not just beneficial, but imperative, especially in the times of AI. So again, in an era that knows no borders, international cooperation becomes key to unlocking its full potential. So just let me finish there. Thank you so much, and see you in March 2024.
Santiago, thank you so much. We're really excited. We have not been active in the Latin American region before, And so this really is a new departure for us at IATI. We're really excited, but also a huge thank you for the welcome. It would be remiss if I didn't also mention the European Commission, which again is offering a very substantial voluntary contribution to IATI, which will go a long, long way to covering the costs of the event. So I'm delighted to mention that as well. We do aim to share the official invitations within the coming weeks. And we encourage everyone to share your ideas for sessions or speakers directly with us. And we look forward to your really active collaboration as we put together the most engaging program for you all. Again, the dates are the 5, 6, and 7 March 2024. Just coming freshly from last week's Festival de Datos in Uruguay, we're just full of ideas for different session formats to really ensure that the event is going to be engaging for each and every participant. So we're excited to share some of those ideas and opportunities with you to help shape your sessions. Well, look, I think I've spoken long enough. It's time for us to move on and get started with the VCE proper. All of the sessions will be recorded, as I've mentioned, and as you can see on the screen now, there will be interpretation for some. So I just wanted to remind all participants that you're going to be automatically transferred back into the VCE lobby, and there you'll be able to explore and access your next session. So all sessions are going to run for 45 minutes, and after that time, we're going to have a 10-minute break or transition time to the next one. So with that, I close out here. I thank you all again for your availability at the different times wherever you are in the world, and please have a great few sessions this morning, this afternoon, this evening. Thank you.